Hey everybody, it's Shannon with Scrapbooking Dreams. I'm just back with another video. It's been a little while since I had one, so I wanted to go ahead and make one while I'm doing some scrapping this weekend. I'm going to be making a scrapbook page using some pictures of my son from 2 years ago when we had some snow, and I'm going to be using some rubber stamps to decorate my background page. I just wanted to show how rubber stamps are very versatile. You can use them for cards, you can use them for gift making like some of my other projects, and also they look really cute when you add them to scrapbook pages. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to move these things out of the way. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and mat my photo. I'm using my ATG gun. And I'm just going to use a thin matting around this photo. And I'm just going to use this small little Fiskars trimmer I have for this. Normally I don't use this many layers when I'm matting, but I especially love this picture of my son. So I wanted to go ahead and call a lot of attention to it, which is why I'm layering it so many times. So my first layer was white, then I did some yellow. Okay, now I'm going to do the next layer. Like I said, this one's going to have a lot of layers, and I don't normally do that many, but this is a special photo. Now I'm going to put it down to a piece of black. Now comes the fun part. I'm actually going to use this yellow piece and be stamping on it. So I want to judge how big of an area I want to show. And I'm thinking that should be about enough. I'm not measuring it. I'm just choosing an amount. I'm thinking that looks good. So what I'm going to do is, instead of sticking this down, I'm just going to kind of put it in the trimmer and just eyeball a part that I want to cut off. And same thing again on this side. I'm just going to guess about there. Alright, perfect. Now we're going to use this yellow piece and we're going to stamp on it. Get just a piece of scrap paper to hold behind here. And what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to use this stamp. It says "Let It Snow." This stamp is by the company Victorine Originals. And I have kind of a small block here, which is fine. I'm just going to go ahead and put that at an angle. I'm going to use Stays On ink. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to stamp this randomly all over the paper. So let's see. It doesn't have to be perfect. Obviously I don't have to stamp the whole thing because you're not going to be able to see everything. Alright, I have that all stamped, and now what I want to do is use this teeny tiny little snowflake stamp. You can see it? And I'm going to use this just to fill in some blank spaces around. This stamp again is also from Victorine Originals. So I'm just going to stamp it randomly in some of the spaces. Now I'm done stamping. So we can move that piece of cardstock and I'll show you what this is going to look like. We've actually just made a really cute photo mat for this picture that says "Let It Snow Everywhere." So we're going to go ahead and mat this now on the final mat. Okay, wanted that to take up most of the page, but also what we're going to do, move that aside, I am going to use this snowman stamp, again by Victorine Originals. Put him on my block. Use Stays On ink again because we're going to be using markers. And when you use Stays On ink, the markers don't smear. The ink, sorry, doesn't smear when you use the markers. Okay, so you just want to ink that up good. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp him on here. And you want to apply firm pressure when you're using a big stamp to make sure you have nice even coverage. So I'm going to color in the snowman. I'm using close to my heart markers. I'm using Sunny Yellow and Black, and I'll be back in just a minute when I'm done coloring. Alright, I'm back. I finished coloring the snowman, and I went ahead and used orange and pepperwood too to do his nose and his twig arms. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and cut the snowman out, leaving a small border. Cut out the whole snowman. I'm going to go ahead and add some adhesive, and I'm going to mount him on this piece of yellow. Okay, so now that he's stuck down there, I'm going to go ahead and cut back around him again, creating just a thin yellow border. Okay, now we have our snowman. So we're going to go ahead and put this page together. I am going to cut off the cars in the background here of this picture. We don't need those. We're going to go ahead and put this layout together. Okay, I went ahead and mounted this photo to some white. I'm just going to place it right down here. And I'm going to use a foam mounting square. I'm going to just cut it into 4 pieces. This same as using a pop dot. I'm going to go ahead and stick these down to the back of the snowman. Stick those down. And I'm going to stick him kind of down here in the corner, and those just raise him up off the page and give the page some dimension. I'm going to go ahead and add my adhesive to my photos and stick them down. So I'll stick that photo down. Now the page is complete except for some journaling, and what I'm going to do, since it's on black paper, is I'm going to go ahead and use a silver or white pen. It's going to kind of journal in here, but I just wanted to show you this is a cute, simple page that you can make, and I wanted to point out that, you know, rubber stamps obviously can be used for embellishments on your page, but also you can use them and make really cute background paper. If you don't have a lot of background paper, or you want to use your stamps more, you know, just take a plain piece of cardstock and you can really make the page your own. So I'm just going to hold this up so you can see it a little better. Okay, hope you enjoyed this video. Please email me with any comments or questions you might have. Have a great night. Bye.